wish you a happy new year. We wish you a happy new year. I hope you feel so grand. Hey, I'm trying out my new light. And I'm also, just before we break into 2024, saying to everybody all over the world, in the Caribbean, St. Lucia, where I'm from, in Canada, where I'm based right now, prosperous 2024. That's why I'm here. And also, one of the hobbies I have, I'm a physical education teacher in St. Lucia by profession. I'm also a musician by night. And I have included my link, my Bandcamp link in the description. So you can go find Nintas on Bandcamp and you still have time to support his Christmas with Nintas. And uh, probably on the first day of the year, you're going to see new material, new groovy soca, new reggae, and also Afrobeat music coming from moi, yours truly, Nintas. Don't forget to check it out. I will post. I will let you know what's happening. And what I'm doing, of course, is having a frank discussion with you on things that are probably of interest to all of us. And I have my short glass right here. I have my party hat, and I have my t-shirt right here saying cheers at midnight. So I think I'm prepared for the long run, the long haul. And what I want to do here today is to quickly share with you um, from the world of sport, some of the most significant moments as we count down to things, some of the most significant moments in sport in the Caribbean, and that would have generated a lot of discussion and would have made the news and all that. So, yeah, this is where we are at today. And let me just run through it quickly. I know you have lots of people to say hi to and to wish them a Happy New Year, Felices Pascuas. Un nuevo, felices nuevos años. For those of you who speak Spanish, avec la bonne année pour nous qui parlez français. What other languages in the Caribbean? I can't speak the others, but I'm trying. Let's go quickly. And well, they have from the websites that I checked, they have Usain Bolt's financial woes, hashtag Usain Bolt. Big up one of my heroes in the Caribbean is Usain Bolt. His financial woes being among the top stories would have been in circulation in 2023 as it relates to sport in the Caribbean. And I do hope that he is recovering and he's making headway and he has a, I know he's just as he's able to accomplish great things on the field, so too is this gentleman. He appears to be very, very intelligent, and he would have had the resources at his disposal to fight this. It's a whole different battle, but yeah, we trust and just as we were excited when you were breaking records on the tracks, we are awaiting you overcoming this hurdle in your development. So big up to you, brother Usain Bolt, and to the Jamaican people. I say, let's be strong and hold strong. Wagwan Jamaica, and let's go quickly. And there's another story that I'm coming across. I didn't hear much about it, but I'm going to touch on it. Bahamas making history in Olympic basketball qualifiers. Big up to the Bahamas. As a former CARICOM Youth Ambassador, I had the opportunity of meeting my colleagues in the Bahamas and some great people. So big up to you over there. Let's run quickly and to some of the other significant areas of sport where that would have generated lots of interest in sport in the Caribbean. And reggae girls, boom, boom, boom. And let me tell you, these girls can dance, and they breaking through to the FIFA World Cup for the females edition, so women's World Cup. There you had Jamaica, Jamaica. Yeah, you had the girls, reggae girls, doing a sprout in the Caribbean. I don't think any other Caribbean territory would have. We have to be careful and say territory these days would have had such a feat done. The CPL. We're going to go to the CPL in a while, but because this is the latest boom shot, whatever you want to call it, talk exploding in the Caribbean and the world over. But let's go to the Caribbean hosting the T20 World Cup 2024. Caribbean and the US, a few games will be played over there. Bravo to the Caribbean governments. When the politicians do poorly, we criticize them, but when they do well, we ought to say bravo to you and thank you for bringing a global event. Cricket is still regarded as the number 2 sport globally, number 2 sport in terms of viewership, and also the Cricket World Cup, I believe, ranks amongst the top 2 or 3 in terms of individuals tuning in. When you have countries with massive populations like India and England and South Africa, all involved, that's talking 3 major continents, the Asian, Australia 4, where the sport is dominant. And in the Asian, and you have your Pakistans and all these other countries, all there involved. It makes it a pretty significant interest. Or these days it's not an interest. It's a mode of employment that so many individuals are involved in, and fans the world over are glued to their television sets, supporting their television, the internet, phones, wherever they're watching it, supporting their country. And West Indies, my island of St. Lucia, will be hosting some matches. So get your ticket, get your travel plans, organize your vacation to coincide. We move from St. Lucia Jazz and Arts into cricket. Like there's no break, just straight into it. And so come and check us out. For the first time, some not all the news that we are receiving. A couple more minutes of your time, that would be positive ones, like West Indies missing out on the Men's World Cup, the ICC Men's World Cup for the first time since the tournament has been held, being winners in both the 50 over version as well as the T20 edition of the global events in the shortened formats of the game, winning twice in both of those, being historic in that regard. And for the first time, they would have missed out on its latest edition that was held earlier this year. So that brought us a serious reality check, and it is something that we can discuss at another time to see how do we recover from where we are. I mean, any other development we could have taken easier, but not being able to make it into the World Cup. So the final story that is of significance in the Caribbean, which was the latest coming into the December months, and as we exit one year, enter another, is the Jamaica Talawas move. Franchise is no more, so defending champions, dethroned by Guyana, of course, replaced by Guyana, and also Jamaica not hosting any World Cup games. Now, Jamaica needs to remember, let me take a few minutes to remind Jamaica of their responsibility to sport in the world. Jamaica is a big player in sport. I mean, it's not like we are trying to do things in our little island and struggling. Jamaica has been dominant in sport for a while, not just cricket, and Jamaican cricketers have significantly colored the history of cricket in the West Indies as well as in the world. Anywhere the West Indies would have gone, then obviously Jamaican players would have featured, from the likes of Whispering Death of Michael Holding and whatnot. So it's the position that it holds historically in West Indies cricket. It's almost sad an embarrassment. I do not know, and I'm probably not even qualified in any shape or form to discuss what is going on in Jamaica and in cricket, let alone that. I mean, but as a fan and as an observer, as a scholar in the sport, I'm also a coach, trained coach. Um, it's not an easy thing to accept. Jamaica being massive players in global sport, and you have the second most um, well impactful sports event globally, and Jamaica not featuring in this is almost, you know, uh, probably in the new year we'll feel better, we'll be more sober, and we can look at it again. But I needed to dwell on it just a little bit, and remind Jamaica that whilst everybody else in the world is trying to host T20, the largest island nation in the Caribbean, um, we have already spoken about the volume of players who have become millionaires financially. We're looking at that. Also, influencers of the game, the Chris Gales, the whatnot, who have caused aspiring athletes in the sport to model themselves after their approach to the sport. Um, it's ironic almost, and I want to choose my words very carefully because I don't want to be offending anybody, that Jamaica is not going to be leaving its handprints, in this thing, this edition of the World Cup. So yeah, Jamaica being a mecca of education as well as economics, where you have manufacturing, you have such a well developed um, industry sector and whatnot, that the business space could not have been approached and levied and leveraged. Sorry, that's the word I want to use, to use the intellect and all that they have economically as well, to to come around with, because we almost can't accept, as a St. Lucian, as an observer, as an outsider, it is a little difficult to accept that such a a force, such a phenomenon in the Caribbean in all departments, is not able to come up with a winning business model for sport, for a sport that is historically significant to them and to the people of the region. I mean, Jamaica is obviously excelling in sport, and cricket seemed to have become very quiet, taking a back seat. So I don't know. I'll do some more research, but it needs to be highlighted as one of those sporting anomalies, and it's generating a lot of discussion. So I wanted to touch on these significant moments and say to you a happy new year to you as we approach 2024. Be blessed. May your family be blessed, and looking forward to interacting with you. Click the link, support Ninta, singer songwriter, um, Calypso Monarch 2012, screen actor, Shanti's World, and creative. Music is my thing. Support me so I can continue to bring you material that you like. Okay? Leave a comment, uh, subscribe to my channel. I need to get a few more people in there. And by all means, leave a reaction, leave a question, and I will check it out and respond to you. Peace and a happy new year to you. Signing out of this one.